What is my take on the records of Jesus in India, or the credibility of these reports? In text from the Hemis Buddhist monastery, do you think it's possible he learned something from India? I've heard this is also mentioned in Yogananda Paramahansa's An Autobiography of a Yogi. Should India leverage this to reconcile Abrahamic religions with Dharmic religions? And you came to know about this from a documentary film called Jesus in India by somebody called Paul Davids. So there is absolutely no evidence whatsoever that Jesus was ever in India. There is no historical evidence that Jesus even existed in the first place. Until now, even today, the Western world is spending billions of dollars every year trying to find actual physical evidence that Jesus existed. Thus far, it's all stories and tales. There is no actual, tangible, hard, historical, or archaeological evidence that Mr. Jesus actually existed, right? Jesus Christ actually existed. So if there is no evidence that he actually existed, then how are we going to find evidence that he existed in India, that he ever came to India? I am not aware of any text from any monastery that claims that this person came to India. I did read the autobiography of a yogi a few years ago. I have it lying somewhere, not here, but somewhere else. I have other book racks. So yeah, so I don't remember reading about that in the book. So my point is very simple. There is absolutely zero evidence that Jesus ever existed, firstly. And secondly, if he did exist, there is no evidence that he ever came to India. Not one single credible piece of evidence that he was ever in India. So this entire, I don't know, I know that people have made movies about this, which is why you're talking about it. So you are right. And it's a good question that you're raising. But whoever makes these movies, I mean, they have no facts to base the movie on, just stories and tales. Well, stories and tales, I can bring you lots of stories and tales of all kinds, but that does not constitute actual historical evidence, right? So to answer your question in short, no, there is zero evidence that Jesus existed or ever came to India.